welcome to round 2 of SPDC. We're playing green-blue emerge here. And this hand looks kinda terrible. I mean, it doesn't really have any early action. Our earliest play is turn 4. And not only that, we don't have any green, so we can't play anything green. So that's kinda terrible. Let's mulligan that one. Kinda the same thing here. Personally, I want to keep, though, because we have a draw. I mean, we're on the draw and we have a scry. So we can put another island on the bottom and try to get a forest for our captive here. Hopefully we'll be able to get one and ramp into something. So the goal here would be to play the captive on turn 2, so that on turn 3 we would have 4 mana. We could either emerge this one, or we could play this guy early. However, they look to be a black-red madness deck, which is kinda scary, considering the hand that we have. They might be able to get up to a much faster start than us. Now they have a free outlet also for any of their lightning bolts, basically. Okay, let's see if he has any shenanigans, or if he's just going to come in for 2. Okay. Nothing too crazy there. Thank goodness. It's only turn 3, though. So I'm about to say, I expect him to develop this board a little bit more before we start seeing something really crazy. Okay, so at least we have the green mana. I mean, we're getting to a slow start here. But next turn we can play the island. We'll have 4, 5 total. Part of me wants to kind of start pumping out token producers. Let's see here. Tormenting Voice. Powering out a vampire. Okay. Unfortunately, that's going to make both of his creatures there a power of 2, so we're probably not going to block them. We do need to block that Blood Mad Vampire, though, because that's going to get out of hand. Okay, so we'll take 4. And let's see what we can do. Well. 2/1/1 Scions. Wow. Gonna merge that one. But then that's the only creature I would have. I think we're just gonna start flooding the board here. We need to kind of stall until we can either get a Might of the Masses or something. It depends on how much removal they actually have. Hopefully we can draw something out with multiple tokens. That's fine. We're going to chump block that thing anyways. Anything that we can do to avoid it actually doing damage to me. If you had a way to give it trample, that would kind of be crazy. Okay, you got a Tormenting Voice here. Let's see what we're going to discard. Discarding Swamp. Go ahead and hide that. Make a little bit more room on the battlefield. Okay. He still has 2 mana up. So right now we'll be taking 4, go to 10. I think we'll stay like that for now. Okay. we'll play that one. So this costs 6. If we play that first, it'll cost 2. So that's 4 equals 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have a blue and a green open. Him plus 2. So I have 1, 2, 3. I'll have a bunch of blockers. I think I'm going to try to do that one. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a bunch of tokens. Cast with Emerge. Draw a card. Gotta take inventory. That might be good for next turn. We're gonna stand back for blockers. And we're gonna see what this guy can do. At this point, the Wretched Griff is doing a good job of blocking the Dragoon, which was the only thing that was gonna get through. Well, he has another flyer. We need to find a way to do an extra point of damage to that guy. Otherwise, he might just gain life. Okay. So I have 6 mana. So I can cast this plus a 4 cost. Okay. Plus him 6 mana to 7 to transform. Start off by drawing a card. Okay, we get yet more tokens. 7 minus 4 is 3. Alright. So we have blockers. We've got one beefy creature. Sorry about that. Slight interruption. Magic Online kind of freaked out and crashed, but then again it does that sometimes. Alright, let's see what we got. Don't think we're going to be bold enough to attack here. So let's just go ahead and hold on for a second. Another Dragoon. We might possibly start trying to press some kind of air advantage. This will be really unfortunate, especially if he gets a lightning axe. We need to draw another flyer. And we draw 4 4s. Okay, let's see here. So I cast that 4. 7 is 3. So I can cast one of that, but unfortunately I'm going to have to do a sacrifice a Scion. Alright, unfortunately we're not going to be able to do much sitting back, so I'm going to start trying to press forward. Are you going to take 4 here, or are you going to try to block somehow? Okay, that's fine. He's got too many guys that can have flying. However, you'd have to have an individual card for each of them. Hey, look at that value. That looks cool. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and continue on. Keep trying to clear his board some. If not, apply a lot of pressure. So now I should be able to 1, 2, 3, 4 do the same thing again. Sacrifice that. And make an enormous amount of tokens. Okay, all I need now is a not a Pulse of Marasa, a Might of the Masses, and I think I win. They're looking for some kind of out also. It'll be really, really bad if they have something that can do 1 damage to all my stuff. Kind of sweating that attack there. So I have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 creatures total. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if they block the biggest, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do 9 damage. Most likely it didn't give up because they have a removal spell, most likely. It's possible. So 7, I have 4, 6. Interesting. However, if they have something where they can survive, I'm dead on the crackback. Because they can do 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, plus 4 is 12. Huh. Say they have the lightning bolt, that's 15, plus 1 from prowess is 16. Yep. Okay. So instead, we're just going to do this. At the end of his turn, we can use Pulse of Marasa to make more tokens, or more likely, we're going to end up flipping this guy to a 4/6. Nice. I like the fact that they're using the creatures that might be flyers. Cool. So next turn, we can all-out attack. Okay, you got a vampire there. I can't think of any way for black-red to kind of gain a large amount of life, kind of like Pulse of Marasa. Cool. We do have to worry about kind of an aggro start here. That's kind of the reason why I put the Sigiled Starfish in the deck. Epic Confrontation, again, might not be too good, because if I target creature with the spell, he might have a lightning bolt or a... Whenever I say lightning bolt, I mean the 3-mana instant spell that has madness for 1 red that can deal 3 damage to target creature or player. So, that's what I actually mean. Let's see what we have. Masses. Pulse. Take inventory. Captive. I think we're doing okay here. I wasn't able to get in any real practice with the deck ahead of time, so I don't know. I can't clearly identify weak cards in this matchup or in any others. Nor do I think my sideboard is very strong, so... I mean, main deck, for an aggro start, I do have Pulse of Marasa. I have a 2-drop Defender. I can make some early tokens. Yeah. Let's just go with it like it is and see if we can make any notes on what might be good in the future. If something happens and we lose the game and go on to a 3rd game in the match. Awesome. This actually looks like a good hand. We've got some good mana. We've got a mana ramp. They unfortunately have a fast start with a menace. Let's go ahead. We have double green here in the cost, so let's go get a green. Okay. Wonder what kind of 2-drops they have. Okay, no 2-drops. Do have to be a little bit wary for a removal spell. If so, we don't have a 3-drop other than Pulse, so we can get it back. Let's go ahead and distribute our mana kind of evenly. Play a wolf. a werewolf. I'm trying not to hit F6 after the last match. I would really hate for my turn to be skipped over because of it, so I'm slowing down a little bit today. Okay. Discarded a mountain. Thankfully didn't have any removal spells to go with it. Apparently they are not afraid of our defender. Kind of feel they should be. We'll go ahead and get our Eyeless Watcher out a turn early. That way, whenever we use an Emerge card, we can sacrifice the Watcher. It has a higher casting cost, and eventually the Captive can turn into an Abomination, and as a 4/6 is a really good attacker in win side, like a Plan B win condition. Okay. They're obviously afraid of us trying to emerge something. Pardon me. So they got rid of our highest casting cost creature. That's fine. However, I believe they should have tried to save the lightning axe there for something with a 4 toughness. I'm trying to think of what would be the most effective. So if we use Might of the Masses, we can only give something +3/+3, which unfortunately, not very good. I wonder if we can kind of trick them. It's worth 1 token to try. We'll go ahead and play this one, make 2 more creatures. That way, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything we cast Might of the Masses is a +5/+5. They're tapped out, so they can't cast a removal spell on one of my things. So we can get rid of the twins. Normally, I want to try to save a Might of the Masses as my win condition. Alpha Strike with a whole bunch of tokens, and whatever one is unblocked, pump it. But in this kind of match, a 3/5 will be able to block the majority of my creatures. And on the ground, I don't know how I can do 5 damage from a single source. Okay. It's going to go ahead and kill my Scions. We'll add 3 mana to our mana pool, just in case. Cool. Okay, at this point in time, I really want to start drawing cards and gain life. We kind of need that. We also want to hit our land drops to be able to cast more stuff. So our options here are Pulse Marasa for an Evolving Wilds, Pulse Marasa for an Eyeless Watcher. We can Wretched Griff, sacrificing a creature. Might have to do that. I think I'm going to do that. Let's go ahead and swing in for 2 here. I don't think his deck has any haste creatures, so we don't have to worry about trying to use that as a blocker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wanted to make sure my casting costs match up. It's kind of a bad sign whenever you start tapping out and sacrifice a creature, but then you realize you're 1 short, and suddenly your opponent knows you have the Emerge in your hand. But they immediately have a blocker and a response for us. It's fine. At this point, we can keep trying to make tokens. Compulsive Marasa, and then we'll have 2 mana left over, which isn't enough to really do anything. Start off with more tokens. I want to go ahead and do this so I can try to cast an Richard Griff next turn, possibly It of the Horde Swarm. I like the idea of playing a 4 power, so I can try to get rid of his vampire there. I mean, otherwise I can try to overload the air, and that way attack with multiple flyers. Stensia. Deals damage to target opponent equal to the number of vampires. Draw a card. Okay. So pretty much they're just cycling that one, trying to find something else. Probably another blocker or something. That's weird. That they tapped their mana and then couldn't do it that way. Gonna go ahead here and cast with Emerge. Green. Let's leave the blue open in case we draw something with a blue in it. Okay. Yeah, since we found the land, we can now Pulse of Marasa at the end of turn to start getting back. I wonder which one would be better. The Sky Spawner, the Scion Summoner, or the Eyeless Watcher? I mean, the Eyeless Watcher does have the highest casting cost. It gets 2 tokens as opposed to 1. However, seeing them play Boiling Earth makes me wary of anything with a 1 toughness. Okay. Casting cost, this is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is an interesting play. I have a feeling they have a 3 damage spell or a lightning axe, or both. In which case, I can take 1 damage. That's fine. I'm not going to give up my creatures here. Currently, only 2 red spells should be able to take care of them. A single lightning axe should be able to take care of them. That's very unfortunate. I'm glad I didn't double block. Okay. That's cool. We're just gonna get that thing back though. They could have a complete disregard to exile one of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 mana left over. That was a really good draw. Play that one. Cast with Emerge. Play that one. And draw a card. Got another captive. Wish I could have played him. And swing 4. Alright, this is actually more along the lines of how the deck is supposed to function. I think that the blue-red prowess is kind of a fluke. It's like playing against a combo deck. Suddenly, boom, you're dead. Okay, 4 to me and 1 to each of these guys. Okay. Bye-bye tokens. It was nice knowing you. But I still have some 4 toughness creatures here. And pretty soon I might be able to flip this one. One, 2, 3, 4. Sadly, can't do a lot in the same turn. Okay, he's tapped out, so he won't be able to combine his 1 point of damage from his vampire with a removal spell. That's good. Thinking about attacking there. Let's go ahead and play out our hand. Set up a pretty good emerge next turn with these guys. We have a pulse, so we don't have to worry about blockers for a second. We can gain life there and come back and kind of attack recklessly. Charge! Things are starting to look pretty good for us. Okay, they go down to 11, and we'll pass the turn. See, next turn I really want to sacrifice the Enlightened Maniac. Okay, they're going to draw 2 cards and play a creature. It's fine, we have to leave back 1 or 2 guys for that. At this point I'm not worried about it getting counters, because we could probably chump block it for a while. I'm more worried about a removal spell like Complete Disregard or a Lightning Axe at this point. I believe we can chain It of the Horde Swarms and press with our Wretched Gryphs enough so that things get kind of silly here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana left over. Okay. 6, 7. I don't want to give up one of these wolves. I think next turn I'm going to start transforming them also. That looks like a good number of blockers. I don't think they can clear all of them. We only have 2 guys there with a 1 toughness, so we're not necessarily vulnerable to mass removal. They are going to gain 3 from Alms of the Vein. But that means they're unable to play a Twins of Mauer Estates. Currently, Twins would be able to block anything we have on board. That's why we were afraid of the Twins and tried to get rid of that one early. Okay, let me make that a little bigger for you. Go ahead and throw a shout out there in the comments if you like seeing the graveyard there on the battlefield. Give me a thumbs up if you don't like the graveyard on the battlefield, if you want the battlefield to be as big as possible. Okay, coming in there with a 5/2 first striker. We're just going to go ahead and chump block. I mean, if they have another Boiling Earth, our 1/1s are no good anyways. They do have a Neonate, and it's looking like we can attack for a large amount of damage next turn. At the end of their turn, we're going to go ahead and pulse here and see what we can get back. I mean, we awaken this one, or not awaken, but transform it. I like the Maniac at this point. We can get that one back, so we can combine the Maniac and It of the Horde Swarm, or we can just transform. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 1 is 7. Okay, they can block, take 3, 4, plus 6 is 10. Okay. In that case, we'll just keep pressing an incremental advantage. Overwhelm them. I think it's pretty safe at this point that I can hit the F6 button. So we'll go ahead and attack with our 4 toughness creatures. If we attack with this one, why not? I've said it before that our 1/1s are useless if they draw a Boiling Earth, so why not sacrifice them? I just got another Eldrazi. That's fine. I want to try to deal as much damage and set them back so that hopefully we can just overpower them next turn. Okay, they draw a card with an Insolent Neonate. Didn't play anything Madness, they discarded an Evolving Wilds there. Wonder what they have in hand, and can they pull out of this situation? The answer is no. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you coming up in the next match.